Magandang araw mga ka-aerial defense, may ibabahagi na naman ako sa inyo. Dahil ngayong araw na ito ay may pag-uusapan tayo tungkol sa ating depensa. Bibilhing missile system ng Pilipinas sa Estados Unidos gusto pa alisin ng China sa Pilipinas. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, wag mo muna kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Mag-comment ka na rin kung taga saan ka para alam namin kung saan umaabot ang aming video. Hinimok ng China ang Pilipinas na mabilis na paalisin ang US Mid-Range Typhoon Missile System, sabi ng Chinese Foreign Ministry.
美国在菲律宾部署中岛，中方已多次表达明确的反对立场。美菲此举挑动地缘对抗，加剧地区的紧张局势，破坏地区的和平稳定，已引起地区国家的高度警惕和关切。菲方应当清醒地认识到美方的真实目的，回应地区国家的共同关切。 不要牺牲自身的安全利益，为美国火中取栗，按此前的公开承诺，尽快地撤走中岛系统。
Idinploy ng Estados Unidos ang Typhoon Missile System noong huling bahagi ng Abril bilang bahagi ng joint military exercises nito sa Pilipinas. Ang China ay paulit-ulit na nagpahayag ng pagkabahala sa lumalaking presensya ng militar ng US sa archipelagic na bansa sa gitna ng pagtaas ng tensyon sa Pilipinas. Sa pinag-aagawang mga shoal sa West Philippine Sea, sinabi naman ng tagapagsalita ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, noong nakaraang buwan na ibabalik ang missile system sa US sa Setyembre, sana nga ay huwag nang tanggalin ng Estados Unidos ang kanilang mid-range missile system sa Pilipinas, dahil dagdag din ito sa proteksyon sa Pilipinas laban sa nalalapit na pagsalakay ng China. Matatandaan din na interesado ang Pilipinas na bumili ng ganitong missile sa Estados Unidos, na lalong nagpagalit sa China dahil kinatatakutan nila ito. Nais ng Pilipinas na makakuha ng sarili nitong US-made Typhoon Mid-Range Capability o MRC missile system. Ayon kay Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief General Romeo Bronner Jr., sinabi ni Bronner, na ang planong ito ay bahagi ng thrust ng AFP habang inililipat ng bansa ang focus nito sa external defense. Sinabi ni Bronner na ang militar ay nagsisimula ng sumailalim sa pagsasanay para sa mga operasyon ng MRC sakaling magdesisyon ng bansa na bumili ng naturang missile system, isang unit ng ground-based missile system na may kakayahang magpaputok ng Tomahawk at SM-6 missiles.
The objectives of the AFP transformation roadmap is for us to transform the AFP in its current state to a world-class armed forces. And of course, with that comes along the capability advancement that we want to achieve. Part of that advancement is trying to get in the latest weapon systems that are out there, enough for us to develop a deterrent effect. So one of the modern weapons are, of course, the missile systems. In fact, we already have the BrahMos mid-range missile systems. We are wanting to get more of the latest weapon systems. That includes the mid-range capability. So as early as now, while we don't have them yet, just like what we did with the Stingers, with the Javelins, we start training already, even if we don't have them in our inventory. So the objective is for us to train together with our strategic ally on the use of modern weapon systems. That is why we are very thankful that the United States comes to the Philippines every year during Balikatan exercise, not just during Balikatan exercises, but the other exercises, bringing with them the latest weapon systems that they have, so that they could also expose the Philippine forces on the use of this modern weapons.
Ang MRC ay dumating sa bansa noong ika-11 ng Abril at huling namataan sa Ilocos Norte. Sa kasalukuyan, ang arsenal ng Pilipinas ay may medium-range na supersonic cruise missiles na tinatawag na BrahMos, na dumating ito sa bansa noong Abril, sa hanay na 270 hanggang 400 kilometro. Ang BrahMos ay maaaring maglakbay sa Mach 2.8, o halos 3 beses na mas mabilis kaysa sa speed of sound. Sinabi ni US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan sa mga mamamahayag sa China noong Huwebes ika-29 ng Agosto, kasunod ng kanyang pagbisita sa China, na ang US ay nababahala sa mga aksyon ng China laban sa lawful maritime practices ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea, at nagkaroon sila ng vigorous give and take sa isyu ng economic security. Nakipagpulong si Sullivan kay Chinese President Xi Jinping sa Beijing noong Huwebes, na tinapos ang 3 araw ng malawak na pag-uusap na naglalayong bawasan ang tensyon sa pagitan ng dalawang makapangyarihang bansa bago ang halalan sa US ngayong Nobyembre. Sa West Philippine Sea, paulit-ulit na nakipagsagupaan ang mga sasakyang pandagat ng China sa mga barko ng Pilipinas. Ang Amerika at Pilipinas ay nakalagda sa isang Mutual Defense Treaty, at itinulak ng Estados Unidos ang kalayaan sa paglalayag sa mga lugar ng pinagtatalunang karagatan.
And I reaffirm the United States' commitment to our Indo-Pacific allies, including our concerns about destabilizing actions against lawful Philippine maritime operations in the South China Sea. These were constructive, candid, substantive conversations. We believe that keeping lines of communication open is critical, and to that end, we began planning towards a leader-level call in the coming weeks, where I expect these discussions to continue. So first, we believe that the order of the day should be de-escalation, and we support direct discussions between the Philippines and the PRC to that end. We also have made very clear that our mutual defense treaty applies to public vessels, including Coast Guard vessels that are operating in the South China Sea and in other waters. It also applies to aircraft, for that matter. So the PRC well understands the long-standing commitment the United States has under its mutual defense treaty to the Philippines, and the Philippines well understands that we have an ironclad commitment to support them in their lawful exercise of their rights, their maritime rights. At the same time, nobody is looking for a crisis, not the Philippines, not the United States, and we hope not the PRC. But I did raise our concerns about some of the destabilizing actions that have taken place, including the ramming of Coast Guard vessels and unsafe intercepts near Scarborough Shoal. It's something we'll continue to discuss with our Chinese counterparts. It's something we will continue to consult closely with our Filipino counterparts on. And in fact, before I came here, I had the opportunity to call my Filipino counterpart, the National Security Advisor, Secretary Anyo, and I will stay in close touch with him, as will other members of the U.S. government. So we will do our best to try to contribute to managing this issue in a responsible way so that de-escalation is the order of the day.
Para sa mas madaming update tungkol sa ating depensa, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Huwag mo na rin kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Pindutin mo na rin ang bell para updated kayo sa aking mga bagong video. Maraming salamat po.